Following our free educational materials, you learn English in a great way with ease and efficiency.
China is now a member of World Trade Organization. As a member of TA, China will have to make some changes in its economic policies so that it can follow the routines practiced by other TA members. Is it fair to China, do you think?
It's a hard question, but I'm sure the re-examination of China's economic policies in the past may lead us to a right answer to the question. After the establishment of New China, our government employed numerous economics policies to stimulate the growth of China's economy. These policies, however, favored our domestic enterprises and protected them from international competition, and these policies have contributed a lot to the rapid growth of both China economy and our domestic enterprises. After China's entry into TA, Chinese domestic enterprises will have to compete with their foreign counterparts. This new situation entails some changes of Chinese economic policies. These changes will spur Chinese enterprises to strengthen their competitiveness in the long run.
We can infer that the non-discrimination principle is one of the most important principles of TA agreement. This principle requires equal treatment of domestic and foreign enterprise. Does the principle also apply to domestic enterprise of different ownerships?
Yes, it does. Domestic enterprises of different ownerships enjoy equal rights, for the non-discrimination principle grants equal rights to enterprises, regardless of their nationality and ownership. I have found that although changes of China's economic policies are numerous, these changes are largely based on the most important economic principle, OT2 agreement non-discrimination principle. Such an understanding of principle of the changes may help us not only to have a good insight into the changes but also to foresee the tendency of the new changes of China's economic policies.
Mary, my friend recommended me for a job to work in a company, and I feel it's great.
Really? Are you familiar with that company?
He has introduced the company details to me.
What does the company mainly do?
The company deals in selling electronics.
When was the company founded?
It was founded in 2002, has been in business for 10 years.
How many employees are there in total in the company?
More than 2,000 now.
What education background do the employees usually have?
The company deals in selling electronics.
When was the company founded?
It was founded in 2002, has been in business for 10 years.
How many employees are there in total in the company?
More than 2,000 now.
What education background do the employees usually have?
More than half of the employees have bachelor's degree.
Are there many promotion chances in the company?
3 times every year.
That's great. You can go take a look.
Oh, gosh. I feel everything around me is against me.
Don't take it too hard. There are some tips you should know in job hunting of 2010.
Well, I am all ears. Maybe they are helpful.
Firstly, you must always show your best to the interviewer. And secondly, try to avoid spamming through emails, because this will make the reader go crazy. The last but not the least, there is no substitute for pounding the pavement in such a digital age.
I understand what you mean, and I will not upset myself. Face it.
Good luck to us.
So, Where can I start my work?
Well, your job is to compile and analyze financial information to prepare entries to accounts. You're also responsible for preparing profit and loss statements and monthly closing and cost accounting reports.
And I represent?
Our company just concluded a business transaction. You can help with documenting various financial sheets involved in this transaction.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Feel free to ask me anytime you need help.
Good morning. I'm Lu Yi, from China XYZ Company. We have an appointment with Mr. Thomas.
Welcome to ABC Company. We have been expecting you. Please have a seat. I will call him.
Thank you.
Mr. Thomas will be here very soon. In the meantime, may I ask all of you to sign in so that I can issue your passes?
Should each of us write separately?
Yes, please. Please print your name and company name, and the person you are going to see.
Tom, please do not disturb me for the next hour.
Are you having a meeting?
Yes, and I don't want to be interrupted.
I understand.
I definitely want to meet with you, Mr. Parker. I just need to sort out my schedule.
Well, I know you're pretty booked up these days. But, we've got to work fast on this.
I realize that. We don't have any time to waste. I can put you down for 9:20. Could you make that, Mr. Parker?
Let me see. That's no problem. I'll see you then.
Mr. Carmichael, this is Ellen Bauer calling again. You had said I should call this week to schedule an interview with you.
That's right, Ms. Bauer. How are you? I'm not sure if I'll be able to fit you in this week, I'm afraid.
I understand, Mr. Carmichael. I'd be glad to make it sometime next week.
All right, then. Why don't we say next Tuesday at 11:30 a.m.? How often are stockholders' meetings held?
Stockholders' meetings are held biannually. Usually the meetings are scheduled for spring and fall. In between the meetings, each stockholder receives biannual reports. Financial statements are made once a year.
What percentage of the stockholders actually attend the meetings? I'm guessing not a large percentage.
You're right, it's a low percentage. Also, in order to attend meetings, you have to hold a certain amount of shares. It's quite a large number, so most of the stockers are excluded from proceedings.
So, how much say do the stockholders really have?
Unless they're united, very little.
How do you do? Nice to meet you, Diane.
How do you do, Jack? Nice to meet you.
Well, I think you've reconsidered our proposal, Diane.
Yes, you were right. After all, the quality of your air conditioners is good. The only problem is price.
I should not be surprised. Many customers have the same opinion. Do you have any suggestion in mind? Our salesman told your secretary that the price could be negotiable.
That's why I came to your office today. We think for your model $506.590 would be reasonable, because air conditioners of the same kind sold by other companies are usually about $579 to $649.
That's true. But if you understand that quality is the most important aspect of a product, you'll agree that $679 is not high, especially when we allow you a 10% discount.
I see your point. That's to say S611 each set. Still, it's much higher than the market price. Could you see your way to reduce the price, Jack?
Well, considering the quantity of your order, we could further reduce the price to 600. That's the best we can do. What do you think of that?
All right, we accept it. So $600 for each set.
Very well. Thank you.
Can you ship this batch of cotton within 5 or 6 weeks?
What kind of cottons are they? May I see your list? Ah, machine prints.
Yes, mainly prints. There are a few plain as well. Here they are.
I see. And the quantities?
200 rolls of each. Make it 200 rolls for each sample.
How many rolls altogether?
20 prints and 5 plain. That makes 5,000 rolls in all.
6 weeks, did you say?
Yes, 5 to 6 weeks.
We could manage the plain rolls in 6 weeks. The prints might be put off to 8 weeks.
8 weeks? We can wait that long.
That's the best we can do just now, I'm afraid.
Can't you make it 7 weeks for the prints?
What about taking the prints in 2 shipments? 2,000 rolls in 7 weeks, and the remainder a week later.
That might be acceptable. I shall have to cable our Beijing office to get their approval. You can definitely supply in the time you've given me, I suppose.
Yes, I'll see that you get those delivery. Shipping by SS American as usual, is that all right?
That's right.
When can we expect your confirmation of the order?
As soon as I hear from Beijing, that will be either Friday or Saturday.
All right.
Well, Mr. Kui, could you tell me why you are interested in working with this company?
I think working in this company could give me the best chance to use what I have learned. As you know, I majored in computer programming in the university. I've cherished a desire to get a job where I can apply my knowledge. I know your company is one of the largest computer companies in the world, and I wish to have opportunity to develop my capabilities here. That's why I applied.
I see. But have you ever done any work in this field?
Yes, since 1993, I've been employed as a clerk in the Beijing branch of the DHAK Trading Corporation.
Why do you plan to change your job?
Because I would like to get a job in which I can have good opportunity for advancement, and the job was not challenging enough.
Have you applied for work with any other companies?
Yes, I applied with another company, but that was just to get experience in being interviewed.
If you were accepted at both places, which company will you choose?
This one, of course. Your company is my first choice. I want to work for you. Are there any special unemployment forms I need to fill out?
You need to get a special application form.
Do you know where I can find the application form?
You can go to the Employment Development Office and pick it up.
What records will I have to show to apply for unemployment benefits?
They will need a record showing who you worked for and when you worked for them.
Is there anything else I will need to provide?
Be prepared to show a written notice of your termination as proof.
Do I need to do anything else after I turn in the application?
You will receive a notice for a phone interview, which will continue the process.
How do I know if I qualify for unemployment benefits?
Are you working fewer hours than you used to work?
I got laid off.
You usually qualify if you got laid off or are working a lot fewer hours.
Do all jobs provide unemployment?
Most jobs provide unemployment, but some don't.
Do you think that my job pays unemployment?
You can call your unemployment office, and they can check for you.
Will I be able to collect a lot of money on unemployment?
There is a formula to determine the amount based on how much you earned. They will let you know when you file your claim.
Hi. I am afraid that the fax machine in my room won't be working till tomorrow. The technician has just come and checked it. He will bring me a new one tomorrow. It seems there is a big problem with mine and it will take some days for repairing. Can I use the one in your office?
Of course you can. I am sure this one works very well. I just sent dozens of pages. How many pages are you sending? Are you familiar with my fax machine?
Yes. I think you have the same model as I have. Does your fax machine print out immediately a transmission protocol?
Yes, it will print immediately.
Have you received any degrees?
Yes. In 1996 I received my Bachelor of Science degree from Hebei University, and in 2001 I received my MBA degree from Peking University.
How about your academic records at college?
In fact, my records were excellent. My overall GPA was 9 on a 10 scale, which was the highest in my class.
That's very impressive. Which course did you like best?
English. It was both interesting and useful, so I showed a great interest in it.
Can you tell me why you changed your major when you were a graduate student?
Because I am very interested in administration and I did take some courses in it. I also performed well in the subjects. Hence I believe that I can do a good job in this position.
Did you get any honors and awards at college?
Yes. I was awarded a scholarship from the university every year. In 1995 I participated in the National Contest of Maths Models and I won the prize.
All of you have reported your achievements. I'd like to remind you that we must be aware of the threat we face.
The same with the previous speaker. We must know how things stand with us.
Yes, we must keep a clear mind with the tough competition.
It's the time to emphasize sense of crises.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.